Every single day you make hiring decisions the old way, you are paying a price most people never calculate. I did the math. Bad hires cost the average company $17,000 each, not counting lost time, not counting team morale, not counting the 6 weeks of onboarding that evaporates the moment someone quits. I got tired of bleeding money I couldn't see. So, on January 6th, 2025, I handed every single hiring and firing decision at my 12-person remote team to an AI system. Cold turkey, no override, no gut checks, 60 days. 14 candidates reviewed, 3 hires made, and on day 38, it flagged someone I had personally championed for termination, someone I would have given a second chance, someone I had hired myself 8 months earlier. That decision changed everything I thought I knew about human judgment in the workplace. Stay with me, because what happened next is going to make you question every hiring call you've ever made. Here is the uncomfortable truth the HR industry does not want you sitting with. A 2015 meta-analysis published in the Journal of Applied Psychology reviewed 85 years of hiring research across 17 industries. The conclusion was brutal. Human interviewers predict job performance at a success rate of about 14% above chance. 14%. You might as well flip a coin and save yourself the lunch meeting. Meanwhile, structured algorithmic assessments predicted performance at 26% above chance, nearly double. And that study was done before modern large language models even existed. We are now in a completely different era. AI recruiting tools today are trained on millions of outcome data points, tenure records, performance reviews, attrition patterns. They don't get charmed. They don't unconsciously favor candidates who went to their alma mater. They don't get tired during the 5th interview of the day and give everyone a 7 out of 10 just to go home. Your bias is costing you. The only question is how much. So how does this actually work? What is the AI doing that your gut simply cannot? Let me break it down in plain language. Modern AI hiring tools operate in 3 layers. First, natural language processing scans, resumes, and written responses for semantic patterns correlated with high performance in your specific role type, not keywords. Patterns. There is a difference. Second, behavioral scoring engines analyze response consistency across structured interview questions. Humans say one thing on question 2 and contradict it on question 9. Most interviewers never catch it. The AI flags it every time. Third, and this is where it gets interesting, predictive attrition modeling cross-references candidate profiles against your existing team's departure history. It can estimate with roughly 71% accuracy according to internal benchmarks from tools like Paradox AI and HireVue, whether a candidate will still be with you in 18 months. Your instinct cannot do that. Your instinct is built on stories. The AI is built on outcomes. Let me give you the receipts. In 2022, a Harvard Business Review study tracked 300 companies that integrated AI screening into their hiring pipeline over 24 months. Companies using AI-assisted hiring reduced time to hire by 40%. Turnover in the first year dropped by 35%. And here is the number that floored me. Quality of hire scores, measured by 90-day manager evaluations, improved by 18 percentage points on average. 18 points. That is the difference between a team that executes and a team that costs you sleep. A separate 2023 study from the National Bureau of Economic Research found that removing human discretion from the initial screening stage actually increased workforce diversity by 29% because algorithms assess stated criteria and nothing else. No unconscious lean toward a certain handshake. No subtle penalty for a non-traditional career path. The research is not ambiguous. The research is not emerging. The research is settled. The only thing still catching up is you. Now I know what you are thinking. You are thinking humans have judgment. You are thinking culture fit cannot be measured. You are thinking, I know my team better than any algorithm ever could. I thought all of that too. And every single one of those beliefs is partially true and fatally incomplete. Culture fit, as most managers define it, is just familiarity bias wearing a blazer. You hire people who remind you of people who already work there. That sounds like culture building. It is actually culture stagnation. The employee I mentioned at the start, The one the AI flagged on day 38 had a resume I loved. Excellent communication in interviews, strong references. But the AI identified a pattern across his structured responses that correlated with high conflict behavior under deadline pressure, a pattern present in 3 of my previous departures. I did not see it. I had never even looked for it. He was gone by day 45. His project handoff took 4 hours. His absence created zero disruption. That is not a coincidence. That is a system working. All right, here is what this means for you practically. You do not need to hand over full control like I did, but you do need to stop treating AI hiring tools as a resume filter and start using them as a decision engine. There are 3 tools I ran this entire 60-day experiment on, and I will link them all below. The first is Paradox, specifically their Olivia AI assistant, which handled all initial candidate screening and scheduling. Response time to applicants dropped from 3 days to 11 minutes. The second tool is HireView, which I used for structured video interview scoring. It surfaces behavioral indicators human reviewers miss 60% of the time according to their own validation data. The third is Eightfold AI, which I used for internal mobility and performance flagging. That is actually what surfaced the day 38 situation. These are not toys. These are not experiments. These are the tools that companies like Unilever, Delta Airlines, and LinkedIn are using right now to make decisions about hundreds of thousands of employees. While you are still scheduling phone screens manually, those companies are 3 hiring cycles ahead of you. The link for all 3 tools is in the description with current pricing and trial options. Here is what 60 days taught me. AI does not replace human leadership. It replaces human error. And if you are honest with yourself, you know the error rate is higher than you want to admit. 3 hires in 60 days. All 3 are still employed. 90-day manager scores across all 3 averaged 8.4 out of 10. My previous 3 hires made entirely on instinct. 1 quit at month 4. 1 was managed out at month 7. 1 is still here but underperforming. The numbers do not lie even when your memory does. The world is not moving toward AI-assisted hiring. It has already arrived. Every week you delay is another bad hire you are funding, another great candidate you are dismissing because something felt off, another $17,000 mistake hiding in your pipeline right now. The question is not whether AI should be part of your hiring process. The question is why it is not already. And the answer to that question is costing you more than you realize. If this experiment made you rethink how your team gets built, hit subscribe because I am running a 90-day AI operations experiment next, and you will not want to miss what happens when AI manages performance reviews. Drop a comment below. Tell me the one hiring mistake you made on instinct that you would take back. I read every single one. All 3 tools from today are linked in the description with my honest breakdown of pricing, limitations, and what each one does best. Check the pinned comment for a comparison table I put together so you can pick the right one for your team size. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only. AI results vary. Always verify AI-generated content before relying on it.